Masterclass show. I'm your host, Elona, and I help companies scale their purpose and profits and align their purpose with profits so they can do more good in the world and build a self-led company that they can exit from, leave it as a legacy, philanthropy, all the other channels that the visionary CEOs decide to, or align with when they get to that phase. So today I wanted to talk to you regarding how to humanize your business so that you can actually innovate. A lot of businesses right now are struggling, right, with the age of AI and digital marketing and just overflow of information and education. It's very easy to really kind of go underneath the flood of what's happening and lack your visibility that you need and the brand that you need to be able to be authentic and stand out. So obviously the people that you want to serve can see that, can get to know you, right? And can actually go through the nurturing process of the natural progression of human relationships so they can, decide whether you are a good person to be able to support them and whatever phase stage of journey they're in, and also based on the offer that you have or the service that you actually have for people. So I think it's really important to talk about this topic of humanizing our business because even from my personal and professional experience, I realized how common and very aligned businesses with personal life. And at the core of business, there's always the core of business always human relationships, right? Because at the end of the day, a company or a business is always made up of a small community or a big community as you grow it, of people that come together for in a safe space, are really seen, heard, and also appreciated and valued and respected, and are working towards common set of values, vision, and mission. So once you kind of have that streamlined access to to your business or outlook in your leadership, it's easy to understand how really investing time in our own personal inner work as leaders is absolutely going to be the projection or the result or the impact or the influence that you will have on the people on the other end. Whether again that is a community of your clients, a community of your social media following, a community of your email list, wherever people are, wherever whatever platform or channel that you utilize to be able to nurture relationships and really build a know, like, and trust with the people that you want to serve. It's important to understand that at the basis of it all, it's is building genuine human relationships. And the way that we build genuine human relationships is to again find commonality, empathy between one another, really be interested in what is it that people are going through, right? These things which in marketing maybe sound very like a to-do list thing, like, okay, ensure that you're doing that, ensure that you're doing that. Let's make this more of a like a human interaction, right? When you talk to a human that you love in your personal life, you do this naturally, right? You naturally listen to what is it they're going through. You naturally are clear on your own objectives, purpose, your values, and you're always looking to grow and expand your level of awareness. And when it comes to interacting with another human, in order for you to build no, like, and trust with them, you go through a process of nurturing that relationship, right? You're able to find commonalities, find common interests, be a good listener, add value based on what you've heard and the level of interest that the other person has, on the other end, and then continue to be supportive, right? Continue to respect people and be supportive. I think once we understand that these are a lot of the things that as humans we need from our personal values, this very beautifully can also align and be implemented in business. Because a lot of the areas of life, whether it's your health, relationships, or even um, um, your business world or your wealth building process, it's always going to come down to the same thing, right? And the more, again, you also do the inner work as the leader, you realize what are some of the blocks or the fear that you're projecting onto yourself and others. The more you'll be that leader that comes from that good place. Because I realized that in my personal life, most decisions I made from lack of fear, or not lack of fear, full of fear, from fear, I should say, have been the wrong ones, right? And usually time tells when we make those mistakes because we lack that level of awareness, whether a decision is made from our intuition or is coming from a good place and a really clear intention and purpose, or when a decision is made out of fear and old programming, or, should have and could have and would have. Because one of the most important questions to identify whether you're making a decision out of fear or old programming is to watch when you're asking, what if or should I? Because those are always based fear questions, that when you tap more into your certainty or intuition, you're just not going to have that noise anymore, right? Because your intuition always will lead you in the right direction. And most of us are understanding that as humans, we're very unlimitedly creative and also we're very gifted intuitively in different ways. So the more you discover that, the more you can apply that to the business decisions you make, and then you can actually um, really trust the timing of the process and the dots connecting in your life, because then you know how to make a move or to be patient. And all of this comes with the awareness that happens through your inner work as a leader. So the more we do that and the more we don't resist change, and really embrace new growth and opportunities and learn how to grow through the growing pains, the more we're able to come out on the other end and be able to do so. Something that I have learned to help me process a lot of those personal feelings or fear-based thoughts or fear-based actions that usually get in the way of my personal life decisions or even my business decisions is to go through the process of feeling our negative feelings or uncomfortable feelings, because every time you're going to go through a new level of growth, you will go through a lot of those human feelings of uncertainty, being uncomfortable, anxiety, fear. It's a very natural process. So really identifying and validating our feelings, and really developing empathy for ourselves and acknowledging those feelings and giving ourselves grace is going to be the work that we all can tap into. And it's so easy to do this for others sometimes, but not so easy to do it for ourselves, to be able to be compassionate and empathetic towards ourselves. But the more we're able to do that, the more then we can move into the second process, which is the belief, tackling the beliefs, challenging the old limiting beliefs that are holding you back. What I usually do with my process of identifying what are the beliefs that are not really aligned with where I'm trying to grow, or the vision that I have, or the next clarity that I've received in my personal professional life, is to do a very simple column of old belief and new belief on my journal, because the journaling helps me kind of give myself clarity and separate from a lot of those beliefs. And when you see something in black and white, even though it might have seemed like such a big fear, or an old belief usually will show up as fear, when you write down the new belief that you actually believe and connects to the vision that you have, the old belief really starts to fall off, and it can even become ridiculous. So then you can laugh with some of those old beliefs that you used to believe, because when compared to the new belief and how that aligns with where you're going, the new belief is stronger. So by just default and process of elimination, the older belief just kind of falls off. And that's how you're able to build on the beliefs. And this process is also very sustainable because you're doing the necessary work so that this stuff doesn't show up again in another area of your life. Because we all know that the lessons that we don't learn keep showing up and keep blocking us into the things that we want to do. And they show up in different areas as well. So, anyway, I think back to kind of wrapping up today's episode, I will leave you with this. Our intuition helps us get to our vision, but our brain helps us materialize that vision. So once we are able to have the separation and also work backwards of connecting those dots backwards from that vision onto the material world that we live in, I think that's really where we are the most powerful as humans and leaders, and the most intuitively inclined to be able to create and solve really important world problems through our gifts and through our experience. And this is ultimately how we're able to do more good in the world. Thank you so much for your attention today. Thank you so much for always supporting the show. Don't forget to subscribe, review, and share this episode with more heart driven leaders and visionary leaders that need to hear this message today. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time with another episode. Hello, hello, dear podcast listeners. Thank you so much for supporting the show. And while we're here, I would love to introduce you to a couple of books that I've written and authored, best-selling books, in case that you're looking to add more legacy products into your life to help you scale your purpose and profits. The first book that I've written is called Connecting the Dots Backwards. And in this book, you'll have the clarity to clarify your vision and purpose so that you can do more good in the world. The second piece that is associated, that goes alongside the book, is the Connecting the Vision Backwards journal as well. So this is meant to implement a lot of the learnings from the book so that you can also self-reflect on some of that inner work that is necessary so that you clarify your purpose. The next book that I've written is called Purpose Driven Entrepreneurship. And this holds my framework, my methodology in scaling a company that aligns purpose with profit at the next level. So you'll find a connection of dots between your branding, your marketing, your sales, your systems, and your team so that you can grow a sustainable company that's simplified beyond its owner. The last book that I've written is called Visionary Purpose Driven Leadership. And this book is meant to help you scale up your leadership with your team so that you can build a healthy culture, create a conscious culture, but also, most importantly, build a legacy out of your company. And then the last piece of legacy product that I have created, of course, has stemmed from all my work with clients. And the most important skill that we need as leaders, which is time management, efficiency, and productivity. Focus on Purpose Planner is meant to help you plan your quarters and your year on purpose and on intention so that you're focused and working on the right priorities while freeing up your time and also aligning your purpose and your profit as well. Any of my products can be found right over here, left-hand side, on my website, elonaleparicoaching.com/books. And or you can scan the QSR code right here on the screen to get straight to the links and the books. Happy reading, and thank you again for watching.